nasty guy. So in love I might make you puke. She's the apple of his eye. Sit right down, we're gonna give you the scoop with Ryan Pfeiffer and Lisa Doop. Stamma-lamma ding-dong loop-de-loop. This is the story of a guy named Mr. Boop.
You're listening to Being Mr. Boop, Season 3. My name is Lisa Doop and I'm Mr. Boop.
My name is Ryan Pfeiffer and I'm Mr. Boop. I didn't realize we were starting. It's okay, keep going, go.
Today is Tuesday, October 7th, 2020, and we're reading the 178th Mr. Boop strip.
It's Wednesday also, it's not Tuesday.
You're right. Oh, fuck.
You didn't properly update it.
No, I forgot to, and then I was in the episode.
Well, you did change it to Tuesday.
Yeah. What happens in today's Mr. Boop, Ryan?
We go deep into the creation of Being Mr. Boop. That's how.
Yeah. It happens in this strip of Being Mr. Boop.
Wait. What? We go into the creation of Being Mr. Boop?
Yeah, in this strip.
What?
Talks about it.
They talk about this podcast in this strip?
The creation of it.
Okay, I get. Oh, all right, let's see. I don't know what she's talking about, but let's see. 4 panels.
Nah.
Mr. Boop. Panel 1. Alec and Dream.
Liz.
Alec and Dream. She's wearing the mask. Alec and Dream.
Curse you and these stupid rules. Anyway, what does he say?
What? You liked the name. You liked the name. She's wearing the mask.
No.
We actually get to call her it again.
No. I prefer Liz.
Why?
Because it's my name.
We came up with the name for no reason. It was just one strip. We finally have an excuse to call her it again. So it's Alec and Dream.
Play back the tape. You'll find I'm insistent that it was pointless at the time as well.
No, you weren't. Let's just call her Dream, because she's a dream girl.
Okay. She's a manic pixie dream girl.
Yeah,
Let's call her MP Dream.
It's funny because all the others we kind of named after like really old YouTubers. Now it's just like, yeah, this is Dream, but I mean she's in this whole other dimension, you know. So
Indeed, she is.
No, you liked it. You said it. You said to call her MP Dream.
MP Dream?
Yeah, Manic Pixie Dream.
That's good.
I'm
good at this.
Because I guess MP is like SMP.
Yeah, Dream, yeah.
Sure.
Oh, that's
Super
clever.
Manic Pixie Dream. So we see Dream and Alec walking along in a white void. We don't see the background yet. In this panel. She's taller than him as usual. They're both wearing masks. Because there's a pandemic. That's what the point of the mask is.
Yes.
Alec.
There's a pandemic. That's what the point of the mask is.
They said there's toxic gases. The Alec has a sea trouble that's taking up like the top half of the panel. But not like dividing it in half. Like it's still a bubble. It's not like literally taking up the whole the top half. Which I say like because it does later on. Yeah. But for now it just says it kind of started as a joke with some friends, and I'd been wanting to do a comic strip for a while. Oh.
Yeah.
So
I guess he'd already done Show Me
He gets
Less
into
Like This by that
into
point.
the creation of Mr. Boop, not being Mr. Boop.
Yeah, but that's our job. Now we have to start. So it kind of just started off as an excuse to hang out with people, I guess. And we've been wanting to do a podcast for. I don't fucking know. I don't know what your motives behind this were.
I just thought it'd be funny.
That's true. A joke between us and the internet.
I don't think Chris and John started being Jim Davis as an excuse to hang out because they were already doing Bearfriend Tea Party, right? They already had a podcast. They didn't need to talk about Garfield. They just thought it would be funny.
True,
right?
true.
I don't know. I haven't asked them.
Well, Liz thinks, God, he's so cute.
Yeah, she's got a little speech bubble. 2 electro points.
Yes.
It's tiny. It's next to the left side of her head. She's on the left. He's on the right.
We'll call them.
No, I don't know. I thought Bean Jim Davis. It was really funny what they were doing, and I liked their format and their setup, and I was like, we could do something like that, and I thought, I feel like we've talked about this before, but I thought Mr. Roop would be a good comic to do that with because
it's shorter than Garfield.
Well, it is shorter. It was more manageable. But also we had done that video on Mr. Roop and the Curse of the Dinner Party, and because your name is Lisa Doop, that was kind of why I introduced you to Mr. Roop
for it.
And with Being Jim Davis, one of them is named John, like John Arbuckle, and with this one, one of us is
called Alex.
Exactly. One of us is named Betty.
Yeah,
that's actually kind of true.
Yeah. I mean, if Lisa wasn't short for Elizabeth, sure.
Yeah.
It would Elizabeth. I mean, it would be Daddy, I guess. Or Dottie.
Dottie.
Which I know people. I know Sophia.
No, it would be Daddy, wouldn't it? Wait,
Daddy? No, because the E is part of the Beth. And so it would be
instead of Beth,
Dewey. Dewey. Yeah.
So shouldn't it be Elizabeth?
Elizabeth? No,
instead of Elizabeth Doop?
No.
Because that's not how... Wait. So your name is Elizabeth Doop?
Yeah. Elizabeth Doop. But people just say Lisa.
Have you thought this out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I introduce myself as it every day. How could I?
But it feels like it's all one name.
Yeah, it's Elizabeth Doop. Well, Elizabeth Jane Doop.
That's two names though. So it was meant to be Elizabeth Doop.
Yeah.
It's not just Elizabeth Doop. It's not just like it was Lisa Doop and then Elizabeth Doop for long, but then that means Doop is in both names.
Yeah. I mean, it was Lisa Doop, and then then I was like, oh, that would be cool if it was short for Elizabeth Doop, and then I did that.
Yeah.
And now it's Elizabeth Doop.
So then Doop just had
Elizabeth Doop.
So
Doop.
It does feel like it was an accident.
What do you mean?
To have Doop be in it twice.
It's not. I mean, as much as an accident as you could have, I guess. I don't know. I'm not too sure how it could be an accident.
Well, because it's as if like, well, Elizabeth Doop, yeah, that makes sense because your name is Lisa Doop, and Lisa is short for Elizabeth, so instead you're doing Elizabeth Doop.
Yeah, Elizabeth Doop, Jane Doop.
Because your name is Lisa Doop, but Doop is your last name, but you're making it part of your first name, so now you just have it in there twice. So that's how it's an accident.
No, not an accident.
Alright, whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, panel 2.
Panel 2, we zoom out from the flapper shot, which was panel 1.
Mm-hmm.
Or is this I guess this is the...
Yeah, this is the flapper shot. Right?
Let me look at the slang guy.
Oh. That classic slang.
Flapper shot. Okay, establishing / wide shot. Yes. Okay, this is the flapper shot. Mm-hmm. The other one was establishing, but this is like also the establishing shot, but it's wider, so it's even more establishing. Okay. Yes. They're walking along, so they're in the park, and he has rendered the park in good detail. They're walking along this path with it's got some dirt lines. The grass has got some lines on either side. There's some trash along the ground, people littered. It's like, what's that comic you like? Keith Stack?
Yeah, Leslie and Brienne, yeah.
Yeah.
They go trash
all over. That's some trash on the ground, so it's like that.
Yeah.
Or just like real life.
Yeah.
It's funny, I think we do see a trash can in the background, but people didn't bother using it. In the background along the path, there's like a little picnic table in the distance, and there's like I think a trash can.
What does the speech bubble say?
Hang on, I'm describing that. He put a lot of detail into this,
I
Lisa.
know he did.
We see trees along. It's a very foresty park. Like it almost looks like they're walking through. This looks like a. To me, this looks like a. What is it? What is it called? National park. I was trying to think of the term. A national park. Do they have those in Britain? National parks?
I mean, we have parks. So
I guess you guys chopped down all the trees, right?
What? We got trees?
maybe trees you replanted, but you don't have forests, do you?
We have forests.
You have forests?
Yeah.
Less than the U.S. though, right?
I mean, yeah, because it's a smaller place.
Well, yeah, but didn't you do a lot of deforestation?
I don't know. I don't remember. I apologize.
In history?
I don't know.
We also see one bush. And I think that next to that bush, I think that's a lamp. I think that's like a street light or something. Because the bottom of it looks like a little... Like the base of that to me. And it's skinnier than most of the trees. It doesn't... Yeah. Also, to be exact, there's like 3 pieces of trash on the ground. So it's not actually a lot. I think if it was Leslie and Miranda, it'd be more.
Yeah, of course. There'd be barf on the ground as well.
Yeah, and Alec would be drooling, but I guess we can't see. Maybe he is. Maybe he is. We can't see because he's got the mask on.
That's what the point of the mask would be.
is.
Something it would be about, political commentaries. It would be like a political commentary in the speech bubble as well, and there'd be like an image of Sonic in Liz's head.
It's not always a political comment. I mean, I don't pretend to know about this comic, but like
connoisseur.
Huh?
It's usually a political comment in Leslie's head, or that Leslie is speaking.
Anyway, Alec is doing a little talkie, a little tiny talkie, because they're both so tiny, and his hand is very tiny as he's doing the talkie. They're walking along. They've got like different walking. They've got like different strides depicted here. I don't know if that's intentional or not, or if they're just in different phases of their walk cycle. In this freeze frame. But yeah, Alec's doing a talkie, and he is saying. His speech bubble, by the way, takes up half the panel. Like, it's divided the panel in half, which is what I was alluding to earlier. So I think he did it this way not only to fit in more text, but so that he wouldn't have to draw the background around it. And he only had to draw it in the bottom of the panel. Anyway, it says, a classic 4-panel strip. So one day I drew a comic where I was married to Betty Boop to make my friend laugh. Then I posted it and it ballooned out of control from there. Then I posted it and it ballooned out of control from there.
In panel 4. 3, I mean. Panel 3.
Hang on, let's go over this dialogue, this text.
Okay.
We've gone over that. We covered this already in, what was it? Origins? What was it? Pre-Boop.
Mr. Boop Origins.
Pre-Boop.
We should rename it Mr. Boop Origins.
No, we shouldn't.
That name. We should call it Mr. Boop presents Pre-Boop bracket Mr. Boop Origins.
Mr. Boop Origins. Mr. Boop Origins Booperine.
Yeah.
Which friend?
Who knows?
We'll never know.
Let's go through Alec's friend list.
That's kind of we're gonna write that down. Write it down, Lisa. Which what? No, write
that would be weird.
Friend. To ask him that?
Yeah.
Everyone's wondering.
No one's wondering.
It's one of the main questions of Mr. Boop. Who was it? Is it a real friend? We never know. Maybe the comic was so bad they stopped being friends.
Yeah.
Just wow, not funny, didn't laugh.
You're not really. Plus, you're not really.
Plus, you're not. Plus, unfriended.
Yeah.
Plus, you fell off.
So anyway, panel 3.
Plus, you're not married, but
you will.
Yeah, panel 3.
It shows Liz.
Huh?
A beautiful Liz.
What are you saying?
designated to the left hand side.
We should see Alec here, I think, but we don't. He's.
I think. Well, yeah, but then where would the speed bubbles be?
Well, exactly. He has been omitted,
Mm-hmm.
so that we have room for speed bubbles. She's looking over to the right where he would be. So she's looking in his direction. I think it's just kind of the space between them has been stretched out for artistic liberty.
Yes. I agree.
He's got a speech bubble coming off from the right, which says, "I just kind of rolled with it once it took off. Electro point. It's been fun. 2 electro points."
Damn.
And she responds,
"Well, it's really good. Triple electro point. You're very talented."
She's blushing, and I think she was blushing in panel 1 also.
Yeah. Ooh,
and we see Alec in panel 4. He's in the center of this panel. We don't see her at all because she's also been omitted. Whatever, artistic liberty. He's also blushing, so I'm just gonna assume he was. Blushing in panel 1, even though we don't see him blushing.
I think this is instead like the camera swung around, so that she's not,
Actually, maybe we do see him blushing a little bit under his right glasses frame in panel 1.
Maybe a tad.
Maybe a tiny bit. Tad, I get it.
You guys don't get it.
No, you don't get
it.
Maybe you will later. Maybe. Or not.
Probably not.
And then you'll never know.
Did I miss it where I got it? I don't know. Did I miss it? You have to re-listen to it.
No.
Figure it out.
No. Don't lie to us. Don't lie to our loyal viewers.
Only if you stop doing that.
He's blushing deeply in panel 4, and he's got 3 electro hearts. Nope, sorry, 3 heart flies.
He's in love,
flying around his head. We don't see the background. We only see the background in panel 2 because it was like the wide shot. And the others, he didn't bother. Whatever. Hey, maybe he could have drawn some lines in the background just to an implication of trees, but no, whatever, fine. Don't bother.
Who gives a crap? I think
not him.
Yeah. The Shadow Synopsis reads, "She told me that. She told me what she was thinking later. That's how I'm able to know what in her thought bubble and add it in. She told me what she was thinking later. That's how
she was
know.
Thinking, God, he's so cute.
Yes.
How much later?
I don't know.
This kind of raises a question of like what the time to like. Was this drawn in between when the next strip takes place?
I mean,
that's kind of the question.
Yeah, but there was the
because if she told them that, then it's like, well, they're already being very honest about their feelings.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure they already know that they like each other a lot.
Yeah, but it's not like she's telling him that sort of thing. Like, she hasn't said anything like this to him before.
I think
so. That would be.
I think it's the type of thing where
that would be an important development.
But I think more interestingly to note is that it kind of feels like he perhaps is taking some liberties, if you will.
What do you mean?
Like, as in he's like, and she's in love with me, and she loves to strip, and blah, blah, blah.
Well, but she told him that.
She thinks about me. That's true. She did tell him that.
Unless you think so you think he's lying about that. But the thing is, I feel like he's lying about the whole thing anyway.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
Why does it matter that, I mean... It's not even really...
this is fiction?
I don't know how much we're supposed to think he's lying. Like, out to what degree already. Like... You know what I mean? Like, obviously it's all a lie anyway, because it's a comic strip, but, like, I don't know what, like, outside of the narrative, like, the meta-narrative of him saying stuff like this in the descriptions, I don't know how much we're supposed to believe him as the viewer. Or if we're just, like...
I don't know. If I was just reading this in the physical book, right, all at once, I don't know if I'd pick up that there was anything dodgy going on.
There's no alt text, right?
No, not at all. I don't think I'd pick up anything weird about this.
Well,
and I'm not too sure if I did when I read it the first time.
I guess the question I'm raising here is kind of from an over-analysis perspective, because that's what we have to do.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not really a clear answer either way.
Well, that's the joy of over-analysis. You know,
that's the tortured existence of this podcast.
Speaking of this podcast,
speaking of tortured existence,
you've been listening to Being Mr. Boop. Whoa, Boop be upon ye. You can visit the show's website at www.beingmrboop.com for our full catalogue of episodes and to sign up to host the podcast. For more updates, follow at Mr. Boop Pod on Twitter. I'm Lisa Doop. You can find me on Twitter at LisaDoop2 and on Bandcamp at Lisa Doop.
I don't have Bandcamp, but I have Twitter.
One
I can't even 106.
You should upload these podcast episodes to Bandcamp.
At Semi-Sweet Stuffs. That's another one. I post things I make on there. You see, that's the difference is one I just tweet, the other I post what I make. There you go. Okay, thank you and good night.
Thank you and good night.
This podcast was brought to you by the Pitch Drop Podcast Network. Like what you just heard? Support the show by going to patreon.com/pitchdrop. And while you're at it, check out pitchdrop.net for more of this and other shows.